I just had to share one of my new soapy purchases. Like, I am super excited and I am nervous, and I am excited and I am nervous. Um, but super fast shipping, by the way, too. Um, with this, it is from Workshop Heritage. I had initially saw this mold from her name on YouTube is Ellen Ruth Soap. So now she had a gigantic like slab mold situation, but oh my gosh. Maybe this is definitely, huh. Okay, so I wanted to do some comparisons. Remember, at this point in time anyway, I am new to soap making. So, um, when I had done a little bit of market research, if you will, I would order soaps from other makers to be able to try to see like who, what, where, why. And I found them all to be like really small, even though when you look at the video or whatever, that they seem like they are gigantically huge. Um, so in my kind of journey through what type of soap cutter do I need? What type of molds do I need? I figured, because I've watched Ellen Ruth soap a lot, I was like, I really, really like the one that she uses. You would basically be able to take this out, or on her big one, I think the bottom slides out of it. So it makes it easier to be able to get the silicone out of it. So I decided, because I liked both, the customer service responsiveness of this company was really good, because I asked a lot of stupid questions, I'm sure, or way newbie questions, because I was so confused with everything. And when I had gotten this cheap little Amazon mold, I thought, oh, okay, this is why everybody's soaps like on these things are all really small, because this is, like what they would fit in essentially. And that makes more sense, even though they look gigantically large in their thing. But I got to tell you, I think this is supposed to hold 3 pounds, if I remember correctly on there. Well, shoot, I have to look again now. To be able to tell you that, but I want to say it holds 3 pounds of soap. So I was expecting this like crazy, crazy long thing, because I thought it was going to be like this. And I almost now, and looking at this, like, I don't know, we'll see. Was like, maybe I should have gotten the one like up higher than that, but I thought it was going to be like psychotically long. And I'm like, can I really maintain that, I guess, or be able to work with it? I don't know. So when I saw the like smaller box, I was like, oh shoot, I done screwed up. But I am so excited. This is so cool. Definitely good craftsmanship. It doesn't look like they do any type of like dovetail joints or anything like that. Um, but it feels like, really smooth. The silicone like is super good for this. I did decide to get the unoiled. One of the other like lovely questions that I asked her was, or them, I guess, was, what is the difference between the oiled and the unoiled? And she had responded and said that basically it does not stain. So on here, which I think, this is like kind of cool, that it says, when placing the liner in the mold, be sure to push up the corners of the liner all the way to use the bottom sides of the liner all the way to the bottom as well, making sure that the silicone is sitting flat on the bottom of the mold. This is very important as it prevents bowed bottoms of your soap loaves. If you bought an unfinished mold, which this is what it is, we highly recommend applying oil, Vaseline, mineral oil, or any oil to the wood before your first use. It helps protect it from staining during soap making. Reapply as needed to maintain wood's smooth surface. You can periodically use 320 to 400 grit sandpaper to prevent the liner from leaning away from the sides of the mold. You can apply any oil to the wood and press the liner against the wood, hold flat against the sides, removing any air. Apply right before soaping as the wood will absorb the oil quickly. So I think that's really cool because I thought, I do a little bit of wood stuff. And so I was just thinking that I would be able to use the oil that I have to be able to do this. So I think that's really cool that because it was like a $20 difference. And I figure that's basically paying for the time for the person to go through and do the different processes needed. So I'm like, I can do that, to prevent the liner from leaning away from the sides of the mold. Apply any oil to the wood and press the liner against that's the same thing up there. Hold flat, remove any oil or remove any air. Okay, to prolong the life and quality of your silicone liners, hand wash them. In most cases, a wet washcloth can be used to wipe them clean after soap removal. When washing is required, use warm water. Do not hang liners over strangely shaped objects after cleanup. Wipe them dry and place them back into the mold. Do not hesitate to contact us with any questions. Workshop Heritage. So this particular mold, I don't know if they have sales and stuff like that, which, now I'll have to keep up with that basically. But this one is the Tall and Skinny soap mold, and it was $58 with $12 shipping. And it doesn't have like the measurements on there, like I said, but I think they had 3 different measurements as far as like the lengths that they could come in. And let me see. I guess we can do this in inches. This one is 4 inches tall. I mean, so in comparison, like that's an inch taller than the other one. So I think like this would give me the bar of soap, even if I just filled it up to the top of this. This would definitely give me the size bar of soap that I would want, even like with the piped top and stuff. Because I mean, holy moly, if I did that 4 inches and then did a couple of inches of piped top on top of that, that would be quite the gigantic bar. But even like thinking about holding this in my hand, like I'm so happy with my decision. And I'm so thankful that they were so kind in, answering all of my ridiculous questions. Like, this is just so great. Oh, you guys have no idea. So I'm going to get her oiled. And should we name her? Like, we should give her a name because she's like the for reals that we are doing this. We need to give her a name. And then I'm going to oil her and do all the measurement-y things to try to get the recipe going for this one. And you guys, so excited. So super long video for something super simple, I guess, but this is a gigantic step for me. So like I just cannot tell you how amazeballs this is. And the little tappy tap so that you can hold all of the heat into your soaps. Like, this is a gigantic step for me. So hopefully me making soap is successful and people enjoy it as much as I do. So thank you. And I will put a picture of all these other things in the video. I bought it off of Etsy, and definitely like very good company to work for. Like I am super stoked to really see what comes from this. Like this is crazy. Bye.